y'all, it's Ordinary Hero here, back with another Sims 4 video. So, we've been stuck in quarantine a while. I miss social interaction. So today, I built another place where I socially interact quite frequently, and that is a school. I am a high school student, about to start my sophomore year, provided, school actually starts this year, because, people are being weird right now, and I have no idea what's going on. So, today I thought, well, let's build a high school, because, that's going to be fun, right? So that's what I did. This was this is actually part one, because this was already a long build and I hadn't even done the interior yet. So, good times. But anyway, this build was like heavily inspired by my own high school mixed with just like high schools in general don't like look super different unless you go to like one of those rich bougie high schools, but that's not me. So yeah, anyway, this, the first like 5 minutes of this video are just going to be, me building this shell because it took forever to get to like something that looked right and could possibly be big enough for all the classrooms that it had to fit, because it has to fit. I put objects on the lawn later so I can remember how many classes it has to fit, but it has to fit like a ridiculous number of rooms because it has to fit, I think I made my rule 4 classrooms for every core subject, so math, science, history, and English, and then 1 to 2 classrooms for each extracurricular. And I decided that an actual full-size gym was too much, but I did build. There's a basketball hoop from City Living, and I did build it large enough to fit the basketball hoop. A half court basketball. I can't English today, man. So that was fun. Anyway, yeah, this build is, honestly, it's one of my favorite builds I've ever done. Like, I had so much fun building it and not worrying about the shell or, I'm not worrying about the shell, but like not caring because I could make it feel however I wanted it to. Because I feel like with other builds, I've got a very specific picture in mind and it has to look perfect. But with this thing, it was just like, yeah, let's mess around, have some fun, do whatever the heck you want. And I think that was really freeing, and it was a really nice, relaxing build. And I know you are all probably wondering what's happening to my Rags to Riches series that I've started and haven't finished yet. I filmed another episode. It's coming out next week, but like I have more other series that I like better, and this is one of those. So I'm gonna film things on my own schedule. Anyway, enough of that tangent. But yes, this was. I filmed this before that because I was like, I want to build a high school. I want to continue my So I Miss Social Interaction series. Because that one was more fun. Because as much as I love recording gameplay, it takes forever. And my little brothers are obsessed with our computers and will not give me enough time to record. So, it's not the greatest. But anyway, I raised up the entire school because I wanted it to feel like it was up. Kind of like there was a road next to it, because that's just what I feel like the high schools are like. There's got to be like some sort of road driving up to it so parents can drop their kids off at the curb and all that. So that's what I did. The whole school is raised up because of it. Oh my goodness, building. Okay, going off on a tangent here, but building those little like deck things and all that is so much work. Like, come on, game. Can't it be easier? Why is it that whenever I have to drag something, it doesn't like size right? It's just weird. Making all those little platforms was weird and a pain, but I did it. So I don't know if other schools look like this, but my school has like this huge like glass window thing at the front, and I was like, I have to do this. It looks kind of cool, and also like that's just what makes it a high school to me. Like, I don't know about you guys, but that's was one of the most important things I had to have, so I did that. And I was gonna put a door in the middle, but I think I ended up I did remove it because I didn't like the way it looked. Because it didn't size right on the diagonal walls. But anyway, so now this is again where it starts being like heavily inspired by my high school. We have like this one hall. We have this huge like open area where it's like 2 stories tall, and then the rest of the building isn't. It's weird. But anyway, this is an This isn't like 100% accurate, but yeah. Anyway, at this point, I realized that I needed to lay out objects for all the different subjects and classes I needed to have. So, the piano is for, piano and some music kids, the microphone's for the theater kids, the logic table is for the math people. The camera is for, there's a little camera I put out in a second, is for like a photography or journalism class. The basketball thing is for, a basketball for PE. The observatory, which I later changed to a science table, is for science. The globe is for history, etc., etc., etc. But I really needed to know what classrooms I needed to fit in here. So anyway, I started by making the theater. I'm not sure how I'm going to raise the stage up above the rest of the audience or something, but I'm going to figure something out eventually. It just may take a while, but that's a problem for when I finish this build next time. Anyway, I decided for this area the classrooms are a different shape than the rest, because this is before I make my standardized classroom shape, which is actually fairly small. I have no idea how I'm going to fit enough people in there. But anyway, and then here I started by placing in the basketball hoop, because the gym, because I felt that the gym was probably going to be the biggest room, and it needed to be on the ground floor, because why would you put a gym on the top floor? It's just a weird one. So anyway, I put the gym down there, and then I figured out the way it was laid out so that I could, have all the walls intersect correctly and have a hallway right there. And then, oh my goodness, staircases. I was like, well, I think I ended up putting 2 staircases up to the top floor, which is not going to be enough. The school would be overcrowded. But it's The Sims. No one's ever actually going to go to school here. I think this is technically slotted as a residential lot, but I'll change it later. Anyway, because no one, The Sims just go to an imaginary place. They don't go to, some, fictional representation of an American high school, which is what I tried to build. But anyway, I put a staircase over there, and so that box next to the gym is the cafeteria, because I figured we needed a cafeteria. Anyway, also, I don't know. As much as students could probably eat lunch in their rooms, I felt like a cafeteria is one of those just staples of American high schools that everyone needs. So anyway, now you see me designing slowly but surely the I can't remember so this hallway is the English hallway, and I think it also has the the journalism classroom, and it has a teacher's lounge. I built a lot of teacher's lounges because those, I don't know, I feel like teachers, I think there's 3 rooms that aren't for students. They're just for, teacher prep work and stuff, because I felt like that was kind of important. And, I just wanted something. Anyway, and then I stick a bookshelf in all of the rooms that are for the English students. Well, English classes. And then I think I use this, I use this camera prop. Yeah. Anyway, because it just looked the most something photography or, journalism class would end up using. Well, it didn't, but, it was the easiest to size up. I end up replacing the second staircase that I just put in with some bathrooms, because, a little while in, I realized that I didn't have any bathrooms in this building, and it was going to be a very painful school day for all these students if they didn't have bathrooms. And also, I needed more space upstairs, and there was no way that I was going to have a second staircase take up a lot of space upstairs. So, yeah. Anyway, so you're going to see me use this 6x6 shape a lot. And the reason I use those tiny teacher nesting blocks is because it had the word teacher in it. And, I needed something that represented teachers. Anyway, so here I am putting in all the rooms for this because I needed a lot of classrooms. I think there's a couple rooms. If a room was too big or too small, it generally became, a teacher workroom or something. But anyway, so here, I think this hallway, if I remember correctly, oh, those are what I used for, foreign languages. Yeah, because, you need a couple foreign language classrooms. And then, so this hall is the foreign languages, and I believe the history hall? I think, yeah, history. Okay. And then, because the art, so, in case you were wondering, to the right side of the building, on the bottom floor, is all of my, performing arts things. And then over here we have my then upstairs Then the hall downstairs is the English hall with the journalism class and teacher's lounge. And then we have upstairs the history classes, foreign language classes, um, and and then we have the math classes over there. I use that as like my basic bathroom template because it was really easy to use as a bathroom template. And then I stuck toilets in all the bathrooms so that I could, remember that they were bathrooms. Anyway, and I think it's just math up there. And then the right hall upstairs gets used for all of my science classes. I had to make it a little bit larger, which was a logistical nightmare, but I made it work. I made it work. I made it work. It wasn't easy, but I made it work. Managed to move everything around and get it all to work. So that way I could extend the hall like this. And then I don't remember what I did here. I think, yeah, I ended up, no, what did I do here? I know I did something. Oh, I extended it out on the back. That's right. Because I had space in the back. And I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense. And it's a lot easier to do. And, the gym can constantly grow bigger. That's fine. So, it works. I'm really proud of this build so far because this was a logistical nightmare to try to figure out how to shove all these classrooms in here. But I shove a bunch of classrooms up here, and then I think I put a bathroom in that small space because wherever I had like a small space, but I couldn't fit a staircase there, I put a bathroom. And that's a teacher's lounge up there. But anyway, I got rid of all the stuff when it was for like a class I'd already set up. And so we have the science and art hall. So we have science in those 4 rooms. I put it in 6 for accidentally. And then I have art in those 2 rooms. And then that little space there, I turn into a teacher's lounge. And then that's all for the interior that I'm going to be doing in this video because I figured, continuing the interiors was a video for another day. And I didn't want to deal with it. So anyway, I covered the entire school in bricks. And then I later, mess around with some other materials. But it's primarily bricks because I just feel like that made the most sense. And that's the only, material I remember seeing on the outside of my high school. Now, to be fair, haven't visited the high school in a while because, COVID. Yes, I'm not afraid to say COVID, folks. Because guess what? This YouTube channel can't get monetized for a long time. Not until you hit a K subscribers. I've done my research. But anyway, so because of, yeah, I haven't been to my high school in a while, but, I tried to make a good looking high school. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of, I just remember bricks being on the outside of my school. And there's this, one little, section where it's, there's like a pillar thing and something along the lines of, welcome to, XYZ high school. I'm not going to tell you my high school name. I still need some level of security on the internet security. So, anyway, but yeah, no. So I figured I'd put that post outside because then it makes the front look a little less boring. I do end up putting windows on all this. So, never fear. I do care. But anyway, I spent a while just looking at this thing going, what do I do with this building now? Is it done now? Do I end the video or do I keep going? And so I just decided to keep going. I put windows. I was going to use eco lifestyle ones. I was like, wait, let's make this a little more accessible for people and use the base game ones because the base game has the same windows. Anyway, I picked a window spacing and just ran with it. I did that on all the sides of the building. It'd be like, oh, that window spacing works. We'll just run with it. Oh, and I realized that, the half wall perimeter thing that I'd set up didn't look good. So, because I hadn't fixed it, so I fixed it anyway. So it was here that I realized I'd probably have to do something. I think I ended up changing those classrooms I ended up changing those classrooms. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, I wanted to have windows go all the way over. And I think I made sure there was only one window in the bathrooms. Because windows in bathrooms are no-nos. Anyway, I had to, I made that all one music classroom because I figured, bands and stuff, they need a larger classroom. And, yeah. Because at least in my school they do. Anyway, but, I mean, to be fair, our band is the only thing good about our high school, so, we cut them some slack. Anyway, I stuck one of those doors, except a smaller version, in there because I feel like schools always have at least one, exterior, interior door thing. And I was going to move it in, but I don't like the way all the ceilings in The Sims 4 are white, so. Anyway. And now I'm doing basically I'm trying to do all the sides of the building at once. I just stick one window in the middle of all the classrooms because no one ever looks at the back of the school. And so, no one cares. But like seriously though, have you ever noticed how like buildings look kind of terrible from behind? And like people are like struggling to make them look perfect in The Sims, but like realistically, no one ever does anything to the back of the building. Anyway, that's what I did here. I just made sure all the windows were on the same level, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I just put them in the back of all the classrooms, but I didn't put any in the gym because like no gym ever has windows. I feel like because that'd be kind of weird. Because then kids could like break it with a basketball or something. Anyway, that post I had intended for a flagpole. There were no like great like flags, so I just picked one. I made the sidewalk. Oh my gosh, I made the sidewalk that color of white. Well, in the next episode, that's gonna be fixed, I think, because I do not like that color of white. I think it looks atrocious, and it's just too bright. Anyway, uh, enough of that though. Oh wait, I remember why now. Never mind. I don't think I'm gonna fix that. It looks okay. Anyway, I found the same grass color so I could make all those platforms raised so that they look right. And then I started placing these trees in everywhere because they just looked like the kind of trees that some like quote unquote like perfectly manicured place would have. So, anyway, we're actually getting close to the end because I just stuck bushes. So at this point, you're getting close to the end. I was kind of tired of building this thing, and I'm not a huge fan of landscaping. Like I know it's pretty, I know it's important. I like looking at it, but I just do not like doing it. So be prepared for just a lot of the same green hedge over and over and over. Because variety is too much work. But anyway, I think I did a decent job just giving it some color, some difference. But yeah, it's not the prettiest by any means, but it's decent, and that's all that matters. Because no one's gonna say this. I debated making like a hedge wall over there and then realized it'd probably be a nightmare to try to, do the inside of. So I ended up getting rid of all those hedges because I just thought they looked like a pain and I didn't want to deal with them. So, I can't remember if I ended up putting hedges all around the back, but I think I just went, the back is too much work. And I am done with this. And now we are on to the screenshots. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help me out. And with that, folks, I will see you all next Monday.